Oh, a bit windy out here today, so just a bit of an update really on how things are going. Hopefully you can see me in the sunshine. Obviously since I last did a video, I think Hastings half did it, went okay. To be honest, better than I expected. I actually finished it, which I was a bit nervous about, as you could probably tell if you've seen the other videos. Yeah, just a bit nervous about it, getting the distance done. But it was okay. Finished somewhere around 2:25, something like that. I think 2:30 was the official. Did a bit different on the watch with all the hills, but absolute murder of a course. It's one of those that while you're doing it, you absolutely hate the hills, but when you finish it, it's quite rewarding, because you suddenly think, crikey, I did that. And we had to walk some of the hills, some were vertical for like 10k, but it was okay. And I come across the line, beaming grin. My family were there to support and giving me a wave and a cheer, and yeah, I was elated when I crossed the line. So basically, yeah, did that. Went all right, ticked the half marathon distance off quicker than my plan. My plan is actually supposed to be half marathon today, but we went to Disney, had a week in France, holiday, lots of walking, sore legs, sore feet, and I came back with a bit of a cold, sore throat, just feeling a bit, well, sickly really. Still planned on my park run yesterday. Probably should have done, but I didn't really go for a massive time, just nice bimble round. And the long and short of it was, woke up this morning feeling well, awful. Had a bit of anaphylaxis last night, because since sort of COVID time, I don't know if it's directly attributed to that, but I suffer quite a lot with lip blowouts and face blowouts. When I'm not well, my body sort of overreacts. And the way it deals with it is to basically pick a spot on my face normally and blow it up. And I've got pills for that, but they take a little while to work. I have to take one every day and a couple when it happens. But so 1:30 this morning, I woke up with my tongue blowing up on one side, and by 3:30 this morning, it was filled my entire mouth. So I had to wait a few hours, a couple more pills, wait for that to try and go down a bit. So the long and short of it is my half marathon today is blown out of the water. I'm not well enough. I've got a chesty cough. So I'm using it as a bit of an opportunity really. I've got 3 pairs of carbon shoes, 1 box fresh, 1 I've done probably 10k in, but you know, not all in one go. And 1 that I've done a half marathon on and I'm still not convinced about. They're a little bit hard on the bottoms of my feet. And that was pre-chemo. So hate to think what they're going to be like. So as I can't really do the full distance today in one hit, I'm going to do, or try and do, sort of a bit of a relay. So I'm going to try and do like 4k loops to my house, change shoes, put the next pair on, do another 4k lap. It's going to be a bit of a run walk kind of thing, but the benefit of it is I can just get used to feeling what my feet feel like in the different pairs, and see how they react. Because I ran the Hastings half in my Mizuno Wave Riders, and they were fine, but they're heavy. And to be honest, by the end of it, my legs were quite tired, and I feel like I'm going to lag a bit. Certainly in Edinburgh, where I'm struggling with fitness still. So the lighter I've got on my feet, the better. And the carbons do make me kick on a bit. Probably not ideal while I'm coming back from everything I've had and all the gremlins, but I don't think I'll be any worse off. So anyway, this is the first of laps really. I did a good 2k out, about 6-minute Ks, just trying not to burn myself out before I even get going. And I'm just walking a K, just because I'm feeling unwell really, and then I'm going to run the next K back. Well, I'll be over a K, really, probably be about 5 in total. Switch shoes, and off we go. So I'll update you as I go through the sets, but I've got the Adidas Pro 2s on. Adidas, however you like to say it. My daughter always tells me off for getting it wrong. So these are box fresh. I bought these in an outlet while I was unwell and needed to treat myself, and shoes lift my spirit a bit. Certainly runners. They're okay. making me run a bit quicker. Quite comfortable, not sore on the feet. I'm only 3 or 4k and I know it'll make a difference when I get up the higher numbers. I want to do a half marathon tomorrow if I'm feeling well, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, see you in a bit. So this is the second, I want to say lap, but second pair of shoes. Let's do it by shoes. So first one went okay, got home, felt a little sore in the calves, but it was the first 5k, so my warm up and everything included. Still a bit settled. Put in the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3s on for the second one, and instantly felt uncomfortable, which is not unusual because I've never really felt great in these shoes. They've always felt a little bit tight, hard underfoot. The heel's always been really uncomfortable, especially when I'm lagging a bit. I do a bit more heel striking than I like. You really need to be on your toes on these, but they've always been a bit hard underfoot, so but they just feel a lot more constricted than the Adidas ones or Adidas. So yeah, immediately uncomfortable, and I've been stop-start jogging really in them, with the thought in the back of my mind is I can't wait to get them off my feet. So amazing the difference stepping out of one pair of shoes and straight into another pair. You really feel that the difference, whereas normally I guess you wouldn't. It'd be another day or two and then you do your warm-ups in them and you get that feedback without anything to compare it to. So that was worthwhile. Still struggling a bit with my chest, so this is really turned into a 3-5k intervals really, with a bit of intervals in between them because I'm really not feeling great today. So, but I don't want to waste the opportunity, so otherwise I'll be grumpy with myself that I didn't go out at all. Or, you know, the half marathon, it's not the end of the world. I did it at Hastings, so you know, if I do it tomorrow, or, you know, I know I can do it, so I'm not worried about that. And in my training I've already done it, so it doesn't make a lot of difference. If I get out for a run tomorrow rather than a rest day, maybe just do 5 or a 10k, just an easy effort, and then that'll basically put me in the same position for Tuesday anyway, so I'm not overly worried about that. But it's just get this feedback on the shoes and trying to work out where my feet are and my body is and what I want to be wearing come race days now, because I really don't know. You used to know, right, we're doing the 10k, I'm going to wear this shoe, do half marathon this shoe. Now I haven't got a clue, and I don't want to feel like I did in Hastings, where I got to the end and thought if I'd worn a different shoe I probably could have done a bit better. And you know, there's always other races, but I don't like having that I didn't leave it all out there feeling, because that's why we do it. You know, to push ourselves, not chasing anybody else in or trying to compete with anyone else's. Certainly for me, it's my own time, my own effort, but coming off feeling like I'd pushed as much as I could. You know, and that's half the battle now, is pushing myself without breaking myself. You know, because I am still feeling those issues from all the treatment. So it's a fine line between pushing yourself and, you know, putting yourself back in a position where you have to stop running, and I don't want to be doing that. So right, so lap 3, pair of shoes 3. We're about halfway through the 5k, so just having a bit of a breather, the old heart rate down a bit. So the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3s actually felt a bit more comfortable in the last kilometre. I think it's just the difference between the two shoes. Took a little while for my feet and brain to adjust, but that's still not my favourite shoe, which is really gutting, because I did the big half with my fastest PB, 152 in that shoe, although I'm still not convinced that the reason I went so quick towards the end was my feet hurt so bad I just wanted to get out of them. So maybe that element's good, but I think I could go quicker than that once I'm, but hopefully back to full fitness. So anyway, pair 3, here we go. The OG Alpha Flies, which I've only ever really done about 10k in, split over, I don't know, maybe 5Ks, and only because I bought them, went out, was doing training, and I already had shin splints, and probably made it worse, and my physio said, park them up, let's get your shin splint sorted. And of course then cancer came along, which sorted the shin splints out because I couldn't run for nearly 8 months, or properly anyway, over the shin splints and the chemo, and then busting my foot. So I mean, the shin splints are still a bit sore every now and again, but that's to do with my wonky running at the moment and my dodgy feet, more than it was me overstriding it, which we worked out that's what it was. It was me gunning it for the last 2k and overstriding and hit my heels and shocking my shins to death. So anyway, these are a bit strange, the Alpha Flies, because I've not really obviously had them on my feet after all the changes to my body, and the first kilometre I felt like I was running on Tigger's bouncing shoes. I was like bouncing along like I was on clouds, and then I suddenly looked down at my watch and realised, like, even after already running 11k, struggling with coughing and snotting everywhere, I realised that I could pretty much do really easy feeling Ks at about 5:50, whereas my sort of easy feeling, I'm not struggling, kind of eating them up on the Mizuno's is about 6:40, so it's quite a difference. And even if I ran, you know, I mean, these shoes deserve someone who can run 3:40s 4 minutes, I know, but yeah, I'm an everyday runner. That's the whole point of it. I want to wear the super shoes, but I'm still an everyday runner. So if I wore these, I could, it's not a bimble 5:50 by any stretch of the imagination, but it is for me because I'm used to running 5:20s and faster sometimes. So, but if that easy mileage, you know, easy pace in these shoes is that, then I'm looking, you know, nearly half a minute off every K for 44. So that sounds quite inviting, you know, and I've got the tightest legs I've got today. So, but yeah, it's difficult. It's a bit of a conundrum because the Pro 2s felt really good. They felt, you know, soft enough, but not overly soft. They felt bouncy, responsive, pushed me on. But then it was my first 5k, so my legs were fresh once I got the warm-ups out of the way. So yeah, a bit of a conundrum there. I think it's going to have to be a bit of a test of each on a real longer run, see how I feel. But the point of it really was to just get out and do a run, make it a bit fun and interesting. And because I don't feel well, I don't really feel up to running today, but I wanted to do something. It's very windy out here, which doesn't help because I'm, as you can probably see, all just fields, open fields, and I'm getting blown to pieces. But it makes you push on for the last couple of K at least to get home in the warm. So, which is where I'm off to now. So, stay tuned. I'll keep you updated as we go, and hopefully I'll work out what pair of shoes I'm going to wear at Edinburgh, because it's not far away now. We're 7th, 8th of April tomorrow. It's the end of May. Time's running out, so, and I want to know what pair of shoes to do my 20 miler in, because that's really going to be race prep. So there, stay tuned. I'll keep you posted. My son would tell me off if I didn't say, feel free to like this video, subscribe and hit that bell for notifications, because apparently that's what all the cool kids do. But I'm old and fugly and I'm just an everyday runner, so it's up to you really. But oh, he'll be here anyway. Catch you later.